In this video, I will look into the myth of toxic masculinity and explain why it is an oxymoron. The term toxic masculinity has recently entered the public domain as something that people seem to believe. What is toxic about masculinity? Well, nothing is. If someone wanted to point out the negatives of masculinity, they would use the term hateful or angry masculinity. The term toxic femininity makes sense when describing the Baphomet archetype or the evil side of femininity, as the evil side of femininity is envious, manipulative, and undermining of others, everything we would consider a toxic person to be. Toxic femininity is very real, while toxic masculinity is an oxymoron. So why are women toxic? It's because their way of competing and fighting doesn't use violence. It involves manipulation and other behaviours everyone considers toxic. We can also examine the genetic reasons why females actually the genes toxin or mutant producers, and males are the genes toxin removers. Males kill and protect, females create and mutate. Mutating is what we would consider a genetic toxin. The males kill the individuals with genetic toxins and protect healthy genes from mutated genes. This makes masculinity the gene's antitoxin for genetic reasons. Some of the behaviours people might see as toxic masculinity are just stupid and don't make any sense as being considered toxic. Like, for example, not talking about your feelings. That isn't toxic, that is the opposite of toxic. Talking about your feelings all the time is toxic. Now, this brings us into what created the term toxic masculinity, projecting feminists. Women who deep down realize their nature is toxic and who probably have borderline personality disorder, which should also be called toxic personality disorder, is significantly more common in women than men. In conclusion, toxic masculinity is not real and an oxymoron for genetic reasons. Toxic femininity, however, is very real and likely the cause of the rise of the term toxic masculinity is a simple form of projection over their own nature.